Hi guys, my name is Anna. Welcome back to the Fitness app. Today we'll be flowing through our yoga sequence. We'll focus on our hip openers and a little bit of power as well. Let's get started. Let's start today in our child's pose. So you can open your knees wide, walking your hands far, and then just starting here with a little bit of stillness to start our class. Keeping your hips low, finding your space to your hips, walking your fingers far, dropping your head down, and then just arriving to your breath. Arriving to your practice, just noticing how you're feeling today. Noticing if you have any sensations that are present. Setting your intention for the class ahead. How would you like to feel after the class? Starting to get ready for Ujjayi breathing, so strong inhales from the nose and exhales from the nose. Breathing in and breathing out. Gently starting to walk your hands towards the right, placing your left hand top of the right, dropping your head down and finding length to the side of our body. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Gently starting to walk your hands to the other side. This time right hand goes on top of the left as we drop our head down, finding the side stretch now on the right hand side. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Gently walking your hands back to center. This time starting to press yourself right away to all fours. So coming to your tabletop position, hands to your hands and knees. Here we'll keep our hands in line with the shoulders, knees in line with your hips, keeping your fingers super nice and wide. From here, starting to circle over our wrists. So today we have a few different sensations coming up. We want to stay nice and mobile for the class ahead. Bringing your weight forward and then circling the other side. So just circling over the wrist, starting to warm up our wrists for the practice ahead. Breathing in and breathing out. Keeping your breath nice and steady for the whole class ahead. Good. And from here, bring your fingers to face your knees. And then gently starting to shift your weight back. Maybe you're able to tuck your toes under as we shift our weight back. Maybe bending the elbows towards your knees. Good. This should feel quite strong. And then slowly release. Tuck your toes under, coming to knees. And from here, giving your wrists a little shake. Good. Bring your arms behind your back, interlocking the fingers, opening the heart center as we press the knuckles back. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath. Exhale. Slowly finding yourself to center, arriving to a cat and cow. So we inhale, we'll lift up our heart space, lift your hips, drop your belly, exhale, round the spine and press the hips back. A few more rounds. You have also option to close the eyes if you want to tune your awareness inwards as we open up our spine. Keeping your breath nice and floaty. One more round. Exhale, release. This time pressing the hips down. So really tucking the tailbone, rounding the spine, looking towards your belly as we find length through the spine. Good. Option to stay here. Maybe you want to go a little bit further away. And you can tuck your toes under, lifting the knees just inch from the floor. Keep rounding the spine. So starting to find a little bit of fire and power to our practice here. Option to bend your elbows a tiny bit, maybe squeezing the elbows together. Keep rounding the spine, super strong guys. Hold and breathe for 3, for 2, for 1. Lift your hips up and over, finding your down facing dog. And from here, starting to walk your dog. Good, keeping your fingers nice and grounded, so just checking your fingers. When you're ready, finding your stillness in down facing dog. So keeping the feet hip distance apart, heels are drawing down, hips are lifting high, shoulders are rolling away from the ears, keeping your ears in line with your upper arms. Many things happening. If you need to, if this feels too tight, you can also keep your knees with a little bend. Otherwise, straight legs. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Looking forward as we ripple our spine, arriving to a plank pose. Good, squeeze your inner thighs together. And from here, dipping your hips down, keeping your arms nice and straight, keeping your toes tucked. Open the heart space, press the ground away, and then shift your hips up and back. Good. 2 more times. Inhale, lift your heels, come into your plank. Squeeze the inner thighs together towards each other, and then dip your hips down. Good, nice heart opener. Last round. Inhale, down facing. And then exhale, plank. Dip the hips, look forward. Good. Same time we're starting to warm up our shoulders as well. So really finding the shoulders away from the ears. Good. Down facing. And from here, starting to walk your feet to the top of the mat. When you get there, let's take hold of our elbows, giving yourself a nice sway from side to side. Rock your head yes and no. Finding length. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Slowly dropping your hands down. Inhale, half lift. Maybe hands to your tabletop. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arriving to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Rolling your shoulders away from the ears, finding length, and getting ready for 3 sun salutations to start your class today. So from here first, really wanting to keep your feet nice and grounded, either together or a little bit apart. And from here, lifting your arms up and over, looking to the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, maybe hands to your knees. Exhale, step your right leg back, left leg back, coming to your plank pose, lower down, chaturanga, or maybe knees, chest, and chin if you're new to your class. Breathing in, opening the heart center, squeezing the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, down facing. Good, breathing there for 3. For 2, imagine the hips are lifting a little bit higher. 1 more breath. Looking forward. Good. From here, stepping or floating your feet to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arriving to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. 2 more times, same thing. Inhale, lift your arms. Look up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your left leg back, right leg back. Lower down, chaturanga, or knees, chest, and chin. Breathing in to your cobra up dog, and exhale, down facing. Good, lifting the hips high, keep pressing the ground away as we breathe here. Breathing in and breathing out for 1. Breathing in, breathing out for 2. Breathing in, breathing out for 3. As we look forward, step or float your feet to the top. Inhale, half lift. Maybe hands to your tabletop. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising to standing. Bring your arms to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Last round, breathing in. Lift your arms. Exhale, float down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your legs back. Maybe you want to jump. Chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin. So if you want to try that full chaturanga, keeping your heels lifted, squeezing the arms towards your body. Inhale, floating to your upper dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up and high. Breathing for 3. For 2, we should start to feel warm and nice. Last breath. Good. Look forward. Step or jump your feet to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. This time, roll your shoulders back and down. Starting to build a little bit more fire to our practice. So bending your knees, lifting your arms up and over, finding your chair pose. So here, keep squeezing your inner thighs together. Hips are drawing back, shoulders away from the ears. Abs are engaged. Good. Exhale, fold. And clasp your hands behind your back. So from here, interlocking the hands and dropping the head down. Active recovery. Breathing in and breathing out. 2 more times. Bend your knees, swipe your arms up and over. Chair pose. Exhale, fold and interlock your fingers. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Last round. Chair pose. Find length. Dip your hips down a bit more and then fold. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Bring your hands down to the earth. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your left leg back, drop the back knee, inhale to a low lunge, swipe your arms from front to back, and then from back to front. Bring your hands down, straighten the leg, flex the foot. So really drawing that right hip bone back, finding your hips nice and squared. Inhale here, exhale, fold. If your hips are too tight or if this feels too much for you, you can walk your hands always bend more back. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath. Exhale it out. And from here, walking your hands to the top of the mat. Tucking the back toe under, lifting your back knee, and from here we'll strongly press to the hands, finding our downward facing dog, and then three-legged dog. Right leg lifts up and over, pressing the ground away, bend your knee, open up the hip. Beautiful. Breathing here and breathing out. Lifting your left heel and dropping your left heel. Two more times, lift and drop. Lift and drop. Beautiful. This time, right knee to nose for crunch. Inhale, lengthen your leg. And this time, stepping the right foot forward, right into high lunge. Breathing in. Good. As we arrive to high lunge, keeping your knees nice and bent, finding length, holding here. Exhale, hands down. Swipe your foot back, Chaturanga, or knees, chest, and chin. So always choosing to drop your knees down if at any point this feels too much. Good, breathing there for 3. Inhaling from the nose, exhaling from the mouth. Breathing in and breathing out. Looking forward as we step or jump our feet to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Coming to round 2. Bend your knees, swipe your arms up and over. Unfortunately, we have 2 legs, so we have 1 more side to go. Breathing here. Exhale, fold and interlock your fingers. Dropping the head down so your neck is nice and relaxed. Good. 2 more times. Bend your knees, chair pose. Breathing here. Exhale, fold. Breathing in, breathing out. Stay. Back to chair pose. And exhale, fold. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Stay. Bring your hands to the earth. Inhale, half lift. This time stepping your right leg back. Drop the back knee. Inhale into your low lunge. Swiping your arms from front to back and from back to front. Beautiful. Hands down. Straighten the leg, flex the foot. Breathing in, finding length. Exhale, fold. So again, actively pressing that left hip bone backwards, keeping your left foot flexed to find length, finding openness through our hamstring. Good. This time, walking your hands forward, bringing your hands to the earth, tucking your back toe, lift your back knee, and finding your downward facing dog. Right away, three-legged dog. So lifting your left leg higher. Bend your knee, open up the hip. Beautiful. Again, 3 heel rises. So lifting your right heel and then drop your right heel. 1. Breathing in, lift. Exhale, drop for 2. 1 more. Drop. Good. Left knee to nose for crunch. You can do it. Inhale, lengthen. This time, stepping the left foot forward. Inhaling to high lunge. Beautiful. Bending your left knee a little bit more. Holding and breathing for 3. For 2, for 1, hands down, swipe your feet to your downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. If you have more energy, optional vinyasa or knees, chest and chin. Lowering down, inhale, lift up, and exhale, downward facing. Breathing there for 3, for 2, for 1, look forward, step or float your feet to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Roll your shoulders back and down. Close your eyes. Just taking a moment to notice how you're feeling. How's your heartbeat? Is something changed or shifted? Slowly open your eyes. Good. Let's go again. Breathing in, lifting your arms. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your left leg back. This time, drop your back knee, bring your hands to the inside of the foot. So from here, finding yourself to a modified side angle pose. Good, bring your left toes towards the right as we bring our right elbow to your right thigh, lifting your left arm high. Staying there. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Staying here. Breathing nice and strong. I will just show you on this other side how to do it. Good. So as we sink down towards our hip opener, opening your heart center, so really opening your heart space as we look up. So option one, you have this option to stay here, or maybe you want to bring your hand down, lifting your left arm up, coming for a little bit deeper stretch. If you're here, really making sure to drop those hips down a little bit more. If you want to have an adventure with your hips, you have option to come to a bind. So maybe bring your arms under your thigh to finding your fingers together, interlocking your hands, or maybe just grabbing your t-shirt, activating those shoulders nice and open. Good. If you're in your bind and you have a bit more space to discover, you have option to come and starting to straighten the leg. So as you straighten the right leg, keep looking up, keeping yourself in the bind, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Coming back to center wherever you were, releasing your hands. This time placing your right hand to the outside of the right foot, lengthening your left arm high. Good. Remembering that if this is too much, you always have option to keep your elbow down. So if you're down here, you can just lower your hips a bit more. Maybe you're ready to bring your left hand to the outside of the right foot. And if you can grab your foot, really pressing down to the right hand, maybe you're able to start to lift your foot, or maybe starting to straighten the leg, looking under your arm as we drop our hips down a bit more. Good. Breathe in, hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly bringing your foot back down, straightening your leg, finding yourself back up wherever you were. Just knowing that yoga is always about your own practice, own technique. So working with your own practice. Good. Inhaling back to center as we drop our left hand down, lifting your right leg high for modified side plank. Bend your knee and grab hold of your foot. Here, kicking your foot against your hand, finding heart opener. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Closing your knees together, finding your hands to the ground. We have option to jump back to your Chaturanga, or maybe lifting your hips right away, up and over for down facing dog. Wherever you are, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful. And from down facing dog, starting to look forward as we step or float our feet to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right into standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Other side, breathing in, lifting your arms. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your right leg back, drop your back knee down, and from here, bring your right toes behind. We'll find our modified side angle pose on the left-hand side. From here, bring your left elbow towards your left knee as we find our hip opener, dropping your hips down a little bit more, squaring your heart center open, and right into a big hip stretch on the other side. Option to stay here, option to discover or stretch a little bit deeper again, maybe placing the hand down, looking up, finding length, dropping your hips down. Maybe you're ready to go for that bind. So really listening to your own body, what feels good today, and how are the sides feeling a little bit different. Good. If you're right to your bind, maybe starting to straighten the leg, kicking the heel down, looking up, keep opening your heart space. Breathing here for 3. You're doing so well. 2, 1, bend your knee. From here, releasing your arms. So wherever you are, maybe staying here, maybe keeping your elbow on your knee, or maybe bringing your left hand this time to the outside of the left foot. Good. Dropping your hips down, finding length, so really opening towards your hips. Maybe you're able to bring your right hand to the outside of the left foot, starting to press down to the left hand. Maybe you're able to lift up the foot. Maybe you're able to straighten the leg, looking under your arm and dropping your hips down a bit more. Wherever you are, hold and breathe for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly coming back down. And from here, straightening your legs, finding a side stretch. Good. Keeping your foot flexed, looking up, breathing here. Exhale, hands to center. This time, bring your right hand down, lifting your left leg high and finding your foot. Good. Kicking your foot against your hand. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Gently bringing the knees together. From here, coming to seated on your knees. Good. We're ready for a heart opener. Inhale, lifting your arms. Exhale, hands to heart center. From here, lifting your hips up, keeping your thighs working here. Thighs and glutes are working, rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Slowly starting to dip down with your straight spine. So dipping down and lifting up. 2 more. We're finding the engagement through your core. Lift up. 1 more round. Getting ready for a back bend. Lift up. Good. This time dropping your right hand down. Lifting your left arm high, lifting your hips, dropping your hips and swapping the side. Breathing in, lift your hips and drop down. If you lift your hips just a tiny inch, that is totally cool. So working with your own spine, dropping down. Maybe 1 more time. Here we are, break dancing already. Lift up, drop down. Good, finding yourself to your knees. This time getting ready for our nice heart opener. Rolling your shoulders away from the ears, keeping your fingers facing up. And then starting to press your hips forward, starting to sink down to your heart opener. Keeping your shoulders away from the ears, make sure you're breathing. If you want to discover a little bit deeper, you can tuck your toes under and bring your hands towards your heels. Keeping your heart opener going. Breathing in and breathing out. Last 2 breaths. Exhale down. Maybe you're able to tuck your toes the other way. And slowly bring your hands behind your back. Coming to seated and giving yourself a little wave. Good. From here, coming to seated to your counter pose. This time placing the soles of the feet together. Rolling your shoulders back and down and folding forward. Finding length, closing your eyes and arriving again to a nice hip opener. Maybe walking your hands forward, maybe flipping the palms to face up. As we sink into that restorative stretch. Today we've been working a lot with our hips, our hip openers, and our hips really have our biggest emotional blockages. Our hips can store a lot of emotions, a lot of tensions, physically and mentally. So just always being super gentle with yourself as you start to surrender and sink lower in your stretches. We also have our biggest ball in the socket joint in our hips, which can really cause a lot of tension to many of us. So always being gentle, keeping your hips nice and mobile to keep yourself healthy. Slowly starting to rise up. And from here, coming to a cross-legged seat. Rolling the shoulders back and down. Bringing your hands to your heart center as we start to finish our today's practice. Good. Just taking a moment to notice how you're feeling, how is your mind, body, how's your heartbeat, how are your hips feeling at the moment. And let's take 3 deep breaths together. Breathing in from the nose, exhaling from the mouth, inhaling and exhaling, letting go. Last big breath together. Exhale it out. Lower your head to heart space. Taking a moment to arrive back to your intention, what you said before the class. And when you're ready, saying thank you, thank you, thank you for your mind, body, soul. Slowly open your eyes. Namaste, guys. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and I hope to see you in classes soon. Namaste.